come on and you got hype jokes, I'll always read them. Huh?
Yo, why are they always towards me though, guy? Huh?
Well, because
do I have a face that's like...
It looks like everybody.
I have an everybody face?
Well,
fuck.
You know what they say? You know what they say?
No, I don't.
You all look alike.
Oh.
Like, you look like everybody.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. You look like everybody.
Pretty much.
I don't look like anybody. Who looks like a fat Indian guy?
Guy, you look
Me
like...
and Xavier. That's it. That's it, right? Like, that's it. Who else looks like me? You know?
Russell Peters.
I actually got that quite a bit.
No, you do look like Russell Peters.
Enough people have actually said, yo, you look like Russell Peters, and your demeanor, like all the stupid jokes and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Cover your face, and you sound like Russell Peters.
No, I don't sound like him, do I? Like,
It's just sound like him.
The delivery.
You have the same sort of joke. You're like, you know what I mean? You're a comedian.
Yeah. But no, you know what? I bow.
You don't sound like him.
Yeah.
But you talk in the same style.
Yeah, the same style. Yeah.
Like,
I
did I tell you I met him?
I met him too. I used to go
outside of where we work, and I was wearing my uniform, and he's like, "Yo, did you escape from the psycho ward?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's Dave."
Yeah.
Because that's something that you would
say. Yeah. You know, I used to go to George Brown College in Toronto. If anybody knows George Brown,
big up George
Brown.
Brown.
And he used to come on in his early days of his comedy on the pub nights. You know, pub nights were dollar beers, right?
Yes, yeah.
So we used to all go down there and just get fucking smashed on dollar beers. And he used to wait a little bit till everybody was kind of drunk, and then he would just go up on stage and take the mic. There used to be there was no performances or anything,
right?
But sometimes there'd be like a band playing or something like that, right?
Right.
But he would always go on pub night,
right?
Take the mic, and start to tell like a joke or two. And inevitably, some drunk fucking idiot, because we're all drunk on dollar beers.
Right.
And they were big dollar beers, like Solo cups, red Solo cups.
Red Solo, yes.
You know, like they weren't like those little like vacation beers.
Styrofoam.
Yeah, they were big fucking like dollar beers. And somebody would get drunk, and as soon as the first person heckled them, it was over. And he would just start ripping on people in the crowd.
Yes.
Because somebody would heckle, and then he would bring up somebody else. And you know how good he is at that, right? Like, he's good at like finding somebody in the crowd, getting them to interact with him, and then ripping on them. No matter what they said. This is way back in my college days, man. And that dude was amazing on the pub nights, man. Like, and so I knew him. We weren't friends,
right?
But I'd go to him and be like, "Yo, guy, that was you're hilarious, man. You're amazing." And so we talked like a few times.
I like it when he makes fun of his own kind and Asian.
Yeah.
So like he's asking this.
Somebody said we have same characteristics
of their names, and they're like Kim, and he's like, "Okay, what's your real name?" Yeah. And then she would say, she said her name, and then like he said it, but it sounded like, let me see y'all.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And he's like, tits.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
There's the one where he asked the guy what his name was in his very first special, his very first like Comedy Central special.
Right.
The one where somebody gonna get hurt real bad. The one where he did that. He asked the guy, "What's your name?" And the guy said, "Anthony."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, what's your Asian name?" And he goes, "And don't say Anthony." He's like, he mocked like an Asian guy just saying Anthony. He's like, and the guy's name was Tap Som Bong. Remember?
Yes.
And he's like, Tap Som Bong. He's like, that sounds like whatever they did. Yo, remember the Guyanese impression? Do you remember when he did the Guyanese impression?
No.
Yo, you have to see. He has.
Is that on the first one?
No.
There's a couple ones I haven't seen. He has
a couple specials. I believe was the Guyanese impression one where he was wearing the white and I think he went to India.
And is that when he talked about coming off the plane?
I think so. And he's dressed in all white.
He's coming off the plane and he's like, it smelled like the smell of India is like a toilet.
Yeah. He said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy went to India and like, had pure Indian jokes. But the thing is, they love him there because of it, right? Because he represents like, he gives them like a little bit of a, just like everybody loves Joe Coy. All the Filipinos love Joe Coy because he represents a little bit of the Filipino culture, and he does a little bit of it in his comedy, right?
Well,
when he does,
think about it, who else is like not just in Indian culture, but in mainstream, like I call it Western culture, big as an Indian?
Yeah, I guess it's Russell. He ended up having his own show here for a while. Remember, he had his own sitcom.
Yeah, guy. Listen, he was big. He had that joke,
man.
He had that joke, the dish show.
Yeah,
he's one of the judges.
Yes,
on there.
Yeah.
That show was funny.
Yeah, the
roast.
That show was
roast.
Good, man.
Yeah, man. Like when you think about guys who are big.
Gunter was like when he's coming off the plane, and they're like, shit and go, go. Yeah. Yes, Gunter. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Russell is hilarious.
And he does the guy, going back to the Guyanese impression, he does like a Trini impression really good. He does good
impressions.
Because from Scarborough, I was once in Windsor for their sports weekend. I didn't go to Windsor. I didn't go to university there.
I went to
Windsor sports weekend like 5 years running.
Yeah, same.
We just go down because the party was fucking amazing.
Yes.
And Russell Peters hosted one time.
Right.
So every time he came on, he did like a 5-minute set and then introduced the next act.
Right.
And then went off.
Right.
And then the 5-minute set. And he came on one time and he was saying, yo, somebody's parked wherever and blah, blah, blah. You know, like they need you to move your car. He's just doing a regular announcement.
Right.
And somebody said something, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, you have an American accent. Are you from Scarborough? Like, it's just, it was such a simple joke.
Oh.
It was such a simple joke.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I couldn't stop laughing at it,
because it's so true.
It was such an amazing joke. Like, it's such a...
Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
I have a friend.
Yeah.
Never been to America.
Right.
But if you listen to him talk, he's got an American accent. You know where he lived?
Scarborough.
Pickering. Even worse.
Pickering. Yeah.
Pickering. Not even Scarborough.
Pickering. Oh, Pickering. Only the Canadians are gonna know that one too.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, and we're like, all our friends are like, yo, the fuck you get this accent from?
Yeah.
You live in Pickering, guy. You don't even live in Scarborough, where it's like, yo, okay, I can understand.
Yeah, there's a bit of a ghetto
because you live in Pickering.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Yeah.
Which was sticks.
Yeah.
You know, it's just funny because
it's straight up burbs, right?
Yeah.
How did you get that ghetto accent?
When Russell says that joke,
it hits home, and you think of that dude.
Yeah, and I'm like,
that's why it was
so true.
That's why it was so funny, man. Because it's the way.
How many times you been to Scarborough?
Yeah,
you hear American accents.
Yeah, man, and they just,
all the time.
Yeah, that's just the way that they spoke over there, right?
Yeah,
and,
it was their slang, right?
Yeah, and I think he's from Scarborough.
Yeah, he's from somewhere around there.
And he hung around a lot of Jamaicans and listened to reggae, and he's very diverse in his comedy because he hung around so much different
not like
types, like Trinis,
groups,
Jamaicans and whatever. You know, like he can do so much, man.
Yeah.